If you stepped away from your business, what would keep going? What would break? Where would they be calling you on your vacation? So enterprise value is the value of your business so that at the end of the day, if you decide, I want to step away from my business, what is someone willing to pay for it? Hello and welcome to today's episode of Pivot to Profit. We are starting a mini series about enterprise value. And so this is the first part. We're going to be talking about 2 of the 5 components. And what it comes down to is one day, if you want to exit your business, enterprise value is what you get for it. So we're going to break it down of how you can take time and effort and your energy to increase the value of your business, even if you never actually want to sell. So what if I told you most business owners in your industry aren't actually going to be able to sell for what they think they are? And also, the truth is the one with the biggest revenue isn't the one that sells for the most. Because the reality is I've seen $10 million businesses that were practically unsellable. And I've seen $3 million businesses with buyers lining up, knocking at their door. The difference isn't revenue. The difference is enterprise value. I've created a value framework where we break down 5 wealth multipliers to help you increase the value of your business so that if you choose to exit one day, you have laid the strong foundation to ensure that your business is exitable and that the money that you get at the end of the day will be much higher. So first, we're going to talk about what is enterprise value. Ultimately, this is what someone is willing to pay you for your business. Most business owners think wealth comes from more sales, more customers, more employees. The truth is, enterprise value starts years before you exit. Enterprise value is what someone would pay to own your business. And more importantly, enterprise value reflects how well your business performs without you. A business isn't truly an asset if you can't operate independently. If you as the owner are the only one that can do the job and run the thing, unfortunately, your business is not an asset anymore. If you stepped away from your business, what would keep going? What would break? Where would they be calling you on your vacation? So enterprise value is the value of your business so that at the end of the day, if you decide, I want to step away from my business, what is someone willing to pay for it? And there's lots of numbers that go into this, but we're focusing on 5 key areas that you can put your time, effort, and energy in to increase the value of your business. So the V in value is visibility. And you've heard me talk about this a lot, but you have to know your numbers. When it comes down to time to an exit, the first thing that they're going to say in due diligence is show me your numbers. They want to see your financials. They want to see the P&L, the balance sheet, all of the reports. And the thing is, business owner, they're asking you. They're not asking your bookkeeper. And you have to know where your money's going. So visibility comes from good bookkeeping. And it's not just, oh yes, someone on my team is handling that. You as a business owner needs to understand where your money is. So this is where key things like having budgets and cash flow and dashboards and KPIs and key metrics so that you as the business owner know where your money is. And we've talked about all of these before, understanding your gross profit margin, your net profit margin, profitability by service. A potential buyer is going to ask you all those questions. Recently, I was at the table with someone going through a due diligence process, and it was literally sit there for 2 hours and go line by line by line in the P&L and the balance sheet, understanding why money was coming in into that thing, why money was going out to that thing. Why did this go up over last year? Why did this go down? And it was a long conversation where the business owner had to be very authentic about where he's been spending his money. And so the first part of enterprise value and getting a higher valuation for your business is understanding your numbers. And if you're treating your business like a lifestyle business and you're just spending money here and spending money there and, oh, well, this is kind of business related, all of those things, if not coded correctly and be able to understand, cost you money at the table when it's time to negotiate. So as you are scaling your business, it's imperative that you have visibility into your numbers. Understand your P&L, understand your balance sheet, have a forward-looking view of your numbers through a dashboard, some KPIs, a budget, a forecast, all of those things, because that's what a buyer is going to ask for. So if you can't answer what's your gross profit margin, what's your net profit margin, how much cash is available, what is your profit margin by service, it is time to roll up your sleeves and get visibility on those things, because that's what a buyer is going to ask. I have been at the table. These are the questions they ask. And unfortunately, if you don't have visibility on your numbers, it means you will get less money at the table and the deal will not be worth as much. So if you're saying, oh, I'm going to exit 3-5 years down the road, today is the day to start caring about your numbers, because a potential buyer is going to want at least 3 years of financials. So waiting until the 9th hour is going to cost you money. It's going to mean you don't get as much money upon exit. So now is the time to roll up your sleeves, understand your gross profit margin, your net profit margin, create these dashboards, key metrics that you are tracking on a weekly or at least monthly basis to know where your business is doing, because you have to have visibility of the numbers to get a higher valuation for your business. I have seen entrepreneurs during due diligence, which is the process once you're essentially dating a potential buyer, lose money because they did not have visibility of the numbers. And all of a sudden, a $10,000 thing multiplied by 5 costs you $50,000 upon exit. So it's imperative that you track all this number and you have visibility and you know where it is and you're able to explain it. Because I have seen business owners excel at the deal table and get more money because they have clear visibility and they can explain everything. And I have seen business owners lose money and leave money on the table because they do not have visibility. And at the end of the day, it is your money, entrepreneur. It is not your bookkeeper who's going to explain these things. You need to have understanding of it. So get your financial house in order and have visibility on your numbers, because if someone were to knock on your door and say, hey, I'd like to know more about your business, are you thinking about exiting? The first thing they're asking for is visibility of your numbers. Make sure you know your numbers. The second piece of enterprise value, the value acronym, is autonomy. And this costs you more than you can even imagine. Many founders own jobs, not businesses. And it's because if every decision has to go through you, customers only want to talk to you, they're relying on you for fulfillment, employees wait for your approval, and you being out of the office causes havoc, you are the bottleneck, you are the problem, and your business is worth a lot less. Because if you think that selling your business will solve these problems, now you have another boss. Right now, you're your own boss as a business owner. But if you are the bottleneck and do not have autonomy from your business, separation, if you sell right now, you're just getting a job and a boss. And most entrepreneurs start their businesses because they don't want a boss. So make sure that you take a really hard look in the mirror, because if systems are not in place so that basic functions in your business can run without you, you have a problem and your business is not worth as much. I have seen deals fall apart because the entrepreneur is so heavily relied on by the team, by the clients, that there was no way the business was sellable. So it's time to, even if an exit is 3, 5, 10 years down the road, now is the time to get your house in order. Because if you build it in such a way that it doesn't need you, maybe you don't need to sell it. Maybe you can go have those vacations and live the life that you want and check in ever so often and still get the money and the financial rewards that you need. So let's talk about what it means to have autonomy from your business. You have to have systems in place so that all of your services are replicatable without you. Do they run smoother when you are there? Fine, absolutely. However, if you were gone, the ship needs to still sail. Delegation is huge, you guys. As a leader, everything cannot be reliant on you. You have got to have people that you trust to get the job done. Yes, you have to trust and verify, but if they can do the job 80% as good as you can, it is time to let them do it, my friend. Because as an entrepreneur, when it comes time to exit, if a buyer is looking at all the tasks in the business and your name is on the top of all of them, that is not a sellable business. You are just selling your business to get a job. Make sure that everything is documented. Unfortunately, a lot of business owners have a lot of ideas and things in their head. If it's not in writing, it never happened. If it's not in writing, no one else can follow it. If it's your process that you've never explained or put in black and white, how can it be replicated? So make sure you write down your core systems and processes within your business to create autonomy from you and the business. And this is also when it's time to level up your team. If you have someone in your team who you can step up to put into a higher level to be able to take on some of your responsibilities, now is the time. And it doesn't matter if you're exiting in 6 months, 3 years, 6 years. If you are doing all of the tasks, it is time to start letting go. And you need to have parameters of what decisions they're allowed to make and what decisions need to be run through you. There needs to be a process of escalation to you. As the business owner, if the team can do 80% of the things and only 20% make it to your level, that is a valuable business because that means the team can run this business. Because the goal is to build a business that performs because of you, not only because you are there. It needs to function with or without you. And if it cannot function without you, it is not sellable. So if you want to have your business be worth more money upon exit, you need to not be the bottleneck in your business. So if you disappeared for a month, you went on vacation, heaven forbid you had a health issue and you needed to be out, what would break? And that's where you start first. A lot of times business owners are like, yeah, I acknowledge I'm the bottleneck. I acknowledge there's, a lot that people rely on me. I just don't know where to start. Do you know where you start? You take a 2-week vacation, and when you come back, you will know exactly what needs to be fixed. Your team will tell you, your customers will tell you. And that's where you start. Get that system documented and in writing. Get that template automated. Remove yourself from those conversations. Create separation between you and the business so the company can run because of you, not in spite of you. There needs to be separation. Founder dependence destroys enterprise value. Literally, I've seen entrepreneurs think that they were worth this, and then at the deal table, the number just dwindle down, and all of a sudden, it's not even worth selling because all they're doing is getting a little bit of money and a job and a boss. If your business is dependent on you, it is not as valuable as you think it is. So if you're looking to sell, it is imperative that 1, you focus on visibility on your numbers. It is the first question anyone will ask. It is the most important piece of this puzzle. It determines how much you're worth to someone. The second piece to get more money for your business is to create separation, have autonomy from your business. Get your systems in place, get them documented, delegate tasks, and up-level your team. You will get a higher valuation, a higher enterprise value for your business if you do those 2 things. Visibility helps you make better decisions, both in your business now and on your way to scaling and exiting. Autonomy helps your business create value without depending on you. And together, they lay the foundation for you to have a wealthier exit, a higher multiple. It is time for you to focus on the foundation. And again, if you're like, I never want to sell my business, that's fine, but you need to get your financial house and the foundation of this in place, because wouldn't it be easier if you weren't the bottleneck in your business? Wouldn't it be nice to be able to take that vacation or take that trip with your spouse and your family? This is how you do it. And if you enjoy your business so much and the cash flow is great, you don't have to exit it. But ultimately, one day, someone might come and knock on the door. And if you have visibility and you have autonomy, your enterprise value of your business is going to be much higher. So I will continue this series and give you more information on how to increase the enterprise value and value of your business. If you need help getting your visibility on your business, we do bookkeeping, we do fractional CFO, we do tax strategies. Just go to pamjordan.com, talk to my team. We would love to help you. And remember, it's not what you make that matters, it's what you keep.